in complete chaos right now because Chris Brown is raging after the shocking news that Karrueche, Tran, and Deion Sanders secretly got married. And now the word in the streets is that she's pregnant with twins. Y'all, this isn't just some quiet family update. This is the kind of twist that's got everybody glued to the screen like, yo! But Chris has been bitter ever since people found out that Karrueche and Deion were together, throwing shade every chance he gets. But now things have exploded with marriage already confirmed and pregnancy rumors swirling. His anger has turned into a full-blown meltdown. The timing could not be messier either. And the way that Chris is firing off subliminals at Karrueche and Deion has fans convinced this feud is about to blow up in the ugliest way possible. Yeah, y'all, let's get into this little drama so we can find out who's getting all her time, who's getting on her mind. Okay, so one thing about Mr. Chris Brown is that he's always gonna find time out of his very busy day to throw shade at his exes, and this time it seems he has Karrueche in his crosshairs. Now things have been strained between them since their breakup long ago, but Chris kinda just proved that he has never moved on. See, a couple of days ago, the rumor mill started churning that Karrueche secretly married her boyfriend Deion Sanders, grandpapa. But word on the streets is sped and fast that Karrueche, Tran, and Deion didn't just keep their romance under wraps, they may have actually gotten married in secret. The whispers got even louder after fans caught what looked like a little wedding ring sitting pretty on Karrueche's finger. And now everybody is convinced that the rumors are true. But while the internet is piecing things together with receipts, one person isn't taking the news lightly at all. And that's Mr. Chris Breezy, who's already spiraling over the entire situation. And just when he probably thought that things couldn't get worse, another source revealed that Karrueche is preggo, and she's literally reportedly having the twins. Y'all, the source revealed that Karrueche and Deion felt like it was time to start a little family of their own after his cancer scare. Y'all remember that video that Deion posted when he opened up about his cancer battle and how Karrueche was right there by his side, right? She wasn't just a background supporter either. You could see how emotional she was, breaking down as she talked about how terrifying the entire journey had been. And while Deion kept it calm-faced, Karrueche made it very clear this wasn't just his fight. When she said that they were about to go into surgery, it was never him, it was them.
We are at the hospital because we are dealing with okay. We were dealing with bladder cancer. And he is having his bladder removed, and they will create a new bladder with one of his intestines. And this option was, I guess, the best because it fully removes the cancer to ensure that it doesn't come back, because it was close to his muscle. So yeah, we are here to fully remove the bladder. Yeah.
Texting the boys. It's their first day of practice today, and I'm excited.
And she was showing up at the doctor's appointments, checking in with his trainer, and literally stepping into every supportive girlfriend role there was. And honestly, That's a heavy thing to announce with a relationship. Most people take their time, but for them, there was no soft launch, no easing in. It went straight from private to hospitals and surgery. And it might not be the usual love story, but it's clearly brought them closer. And y'all, it definitely brought them close, if you get what I mean, because homegirl is allegedly married and pregnant with twins. Now, a lot of people feel a type of way about the situation for various reasons. Now, Deion has a long history of messy relationships, and that's putting it lightly. He divorced his first wife, Carolyn Chambers, after having 3 kids together, then married Pilar Bigger Sanders and had 2 more children before that ended in an ugly split. And then after the divorce, he dragged Pilar through the mud, fighting her for custody and painting her as an unstable and unfit mother in court. Then came Miss Tracy Edmonds. They were together for 7 years before he finally proposed, only for him to call off the engagement in 2023 after more than a decade of dating. So then word got out that Karrueche was the new woman in his life. A lot of people felt like she was setting herself up for a heartbreak. But if she's happy, then fans are willing to let her live her little fairy tale, except for Chris Brown. From the second news broke about Karrueche and Deion, Chris has been spiraling, and his behavior is only getting messier. Cause word in the streets is that Chris has been trying to work his way back to Karrueche's life for a while now, and he really thought he still had a shot. But then the reality is hitting hard now because she's clearly not checking for him the same. He's still hung up on her, and honestly, it's wild that Chris is even shocked by that, given everything he put her through. Now, Karrueche and Chris first linked up in 2011 after meeting while she was working in fashion and trying to grow her modeling career. They clicked fast and went public by March of that same year, but it didn't take long for cracks to show because within a year, Chris was already back tangled up with his ex Rihanna. By early 2012, he and Rihanna had rekindled their relationship, leaving Karrueche in the middle of a whole mess and catching non-stop backlash from Rihanna's die-hard fans. He eventually broke things off with Karrueche, but the way he did it had everybody side-eyeing. He claimed, "I love Karrueche very much, but I don't want to see her hurt over my friendship with Rihanna. I'd rather be single, allowing us both to be happy in our own lives." But instead of quietly moving on, he turned around and dropped a whole promo video, telling the world he was in love with both Rihanna and Karrueche at the same time.
Agree with somebody, then you tend to fall in love with somebody else. It's kind of difficult. Is it such thing as loving 2 people? I don't know.
Yo, talk about these hoes ain't loyal. But in May 2013, things with Rihanna had already burned out, and just like clockwork, Chris went running back to Karrueche. And the wild part, she took it back without hesitation. Within weeks, they were already living together again like nothing had happened. But of course, history repeated itself. Chris landed in rehab, and rumors started swirling that he hooked up with one of the staff members, and somehow he ended up right back in prison. On top of that, there were reports that Karrueche finally pulled the plug after catching them texting multiple women behind her back. And for months, the relationship ran in a loop. Karrueche would catch Chris sneaking around with another woman. They'd have explosive fights, and Chris would take to social media to throw shade at her, and yet somehow they always ended up back together. But the breaking point came when Karrueche discovered that Chris had cheated again, this time with model Nina Guzman Amy. And it wasn't just a fling. He had a whole baby with her, and Karrueche found out about it online like the rest of the world, and she completely lost it. She fired off a tweet that said, "Listen, one can only take so much. The best of luck, Chris and his family. No baby drama for me. Looks like I'm a single lady again." Then Karrueche seemed to finally move on, putting her energy into her career and slowly rebuilding her life. She even started dating other people, but for some reason Chris couldn't handle it. Every time he saw her with a new man, he got instantly, insanely jealous. In 2015, he did a sit-down with Ryan Seacrest where he said he was owning up to his mistakes and taking responsibility for his actions. Karrueche, meanwhile, she was doing interviews talking about her past with Chris, and she wasn't having none of it. And Chris wasn't having it. He went online to vent about her constantly bringing him up, saying, "Honestly, it's so effing pointless to keep doing interviews about me. Talk about your career. If there is no more relationship, then you shouldn't be doing effing interviews with people. I won't let you get the pleasure of prying into my personal life. It's starting to get real weak, you know? These hoes ain't loyal." Well, Karrueche was not about to let him play in her face again, so she clapped back herself, saying, "They asked a question, and as a mature adult, I answered. I'm not gonna shy away from something that I lived through. I'm talking about my life and experiences. I'm not speaking on you or bashing you like I easily could. Don't be mad at me because our relationship is over due to your lack of loyalty. You know what's weak? You forcing yourself in my car, my broken window, blowing up my phone, trying to shower me with gifts. Man the F up and change that BS in your life like I've told you several times." Oh, she gave it to him. What the read? Well, Chris immediately folded and admitted that she was still in love with her. He wrote, "I'm eternally thankful for you being a part of my life. I've learned so much from you. I wish you nothing but happiness and the best. At Karrueche, all I was doing was trying to fight for the woman I love. Thanks. I learned a lot." But the drama did not stop there. Chris allegedly began stalking Karrueche, monitoring her, and even threatening her and her family. By 2017, Karrueche had had enough and went to court to request a restraining order. In court, she testified that Chris got violent after asking her to return the diamond rings he had given her during the relationship. When she refused, he allegedly sent threatening texts. It was a whole level of toxic that left everybody wondering how things had gotten this far. But it didn't stop there. In courtroom documents, Karrueche accused Chris of threatening to unalive her, harass her friends, and even shoot her. She claimed, "Around the second week of February, he told a few people that he was going to unalive me. He said if no one else can have me, he's going to take me out." Karrueche also revealed that Chris had been physically violent towards her while they were still together. She said he punched her in her stomach twice and pushed her down the stairs, although she didn't file a police report at the time. According to her account, all of this happened while Chris was on probation for assaulting Rihanna back in 2009. He had pled guilty to making criminal threats and felony assault and accepted a plea deal involving community labor to avoid jail time. By 2015, Chris had finally finished his community service for the Rihanna incident over 1,000 hours later. You'd think that would have taught him to stay in his lane and keep his hands to himself, but while paying his dues for one woman, he allegedly repeated the same toxic behavior with another. Some patterns just don't die, and this is why fans keep dragging him for filth. It was like Chris was acting like he couldn't function without Karrueche. The second her 5-year restraining order against him expired, he went straight back to obsessing over her online. He tracked blogs that posted her pictures, liking and commenting on everything, and last year when Karrueche posted pictures of herself looking real cute, Chris liked the post, making sure everybody knew he saw them. And if there was ever proof that Chris was still hung up on Karrueche, it came during his little feud with Quavo around the release of his 11:11 album. On a track called Freak, Chris threw some obvious shade, letting everybody know he was salty that Quavo had dated Karrueche. He rapped, "Okay, no effing on my OBs, ain't gonna make a sequel. Sipping that 1942 cause I don't do no Quavo. Freaky B says she like Casamigos, not the Migos." Now, Chris didn't realize he was digging himself a little hole, and Quavo clapped back hard on a track called Tender, claiming that he had bagged Karrueche after Chris fumbled, and he didn't hold back, calling Chris out for his history of putting hands on women and even labeling him a cokehead. He rapped, "You did the be wrong, now the be gone, she posted with a thug, called the be phone, she won't come home, don't beat her up, must be the drugs, need to cross her out your plug." Then he added, "Tell me, little bro, no, what's your issue? What's your issue? It's over a thought. You said it's bigger than no, it's not. No, it's not. It's cause I be digging in that. I got him hot. Got him hot. It's giving respect. But I know you not. No, you not. You be on my neck. Ha, you be at the spot. You be at the spot." Now, on the same album, Chris made a whole song dedicated to Karrueche called Residual, but the lyrics that were addressing Karrueche said, "Wasted on my mind, she's still on my mind. Do we build it up, just to let it wash away? Tell me, did I lace you up, just to watch you run away? Tell me who." Y'all know the rest. But y'all, every time Chris performs that song, he's rocking a red bandana or tying it to the mic, making sure everybody knows exactly what and who he's talking about. And many fans think this was Chris trying to pay tribute to the time Karrueche threw him a welcome back party after he got out of jail in 2014. she had blindfolded him with a red bandana when she led him to the party. So now when he wears a red bandana on stage, it's like he's reminiscing about those moments and wishing he could go back to them. So yeah, Chris put her through it. But now that she's moving on with the old, richer man who seems to love her back, Chris suddenly has a major issue with it. And when he found out about her being married and pregnant, Chris crashed out over it. He threw shade at her in the situation on social media, writing, "Lil Ish still pisses me off to this day. I'ma pray on it." And if you think that that's bad, it's about to get messier, because according to an insider, Chris still wants Karrueche back. And allegedly, he reached out to her to see if he could kind of work something out. He even offered to raise the twins as if Karrueche would take him back. Golly, it's giving desperation. His two exes, Rihanna and Karrueche, seem to be moving on from him, and he's just not handling it well. Y'all, Chris Brown is officially lost it, from obsessively stalking her online to throwing subliminals in songs, and now allegedly offering to raise her twins if she takes him back. It's giving full-blown desperation, a life that somebody who actually seems to love and respect her, and Chris just can't handle it. And fans are watching him unravel in real time, proving that some people just cannot stand to see their exes winning at life. But the real question now is, will Karrueche even consider his apology? Or is she shutting the door down for good this time? But one thing's for sure, two things for certain: the feud is far from over, and if Chris keeps spiraling like this, it's about to get messier than anybody imagined. The stage is set and the players are in position, and the next chapter is guaranteed to be explosive. So buckle up, because the drama isn't just unfolding, it is accelerating, and nobody knows exactly how bad these things is gonna get. Tell me who is gonna subscribe? Who's gonna hit that like? Drop your thoughts and comments below and check out this next video.